Oh, gosh. All right, Jennifer, tell us. We've got a little bit of fog around in some areas out there.
Yes, we do, and I'll get to those visibilities in a second. Just want to give you a forecast at least through the morning hours for the golfers out there. Of course, they're going to start to practice and practice green, and then eventually, of course, start to tee off. But temperatures are going to be mild. Actually, in Palm Beach Gardens and West Palm Beach, temperatures are ranging between the mid to even upper 60s. So between 65 to 68 degrees at the moment, then warming up to those 70s before we close off the morning. We're going to notice a lot of cloud cover. Winds are calm right now, and they're going to stay relatively light throughout much of today. Now back to that fog. Visibility down 1 mile or even less than that for Okeechobee. It improved somewhat. It just updated from 0 to 1 mile in Vero Beach, but still pretty dense in a small section of Vero Beach, by the way. As you can see, it's not widespread, but we do have also fog impacting Beeline Highway and kind of drifting also towards Lake Okeechobee, impacting Canal Point, Port Mayaca. So just keep that in mind. Those roadways might be a little with less visibility, and drive safely out there. Temperatures are going to warm up to those upper 70s and even low 80s with a high of 80 degrees in West Palm Beach. And you know what? We're not getting a cool down. This weather pattern is pretty much still. Nothing is changing except the fact that we're actually probably going to see more cloud cover today, and with a better chance for rain coming our way, especially Sunday. Now, tomorrow morning, speaking of rain, we could actually have a few passing showers early in the day. So just keep that in mind. Tomorrow morning, maybe a few showers out there. Might have to give yourself a head start as you head out tomorrow to work and school. And then Sunday, we could have a few showers and thunderstorms as an area of moisture from the Gulf comes our way.
Thanks so much, Jennifer. Can Citizens Insurance weather the storm? Why the governor is now questioning Florida's insurer of last resort ahead of the upcoming hurricane season.
Also this morning, TA introduces us to a group of women supporting women golfers. You're going to hear all about the Four Sisters golf tournament. It's coming soon. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. Governor Ron DeSantis now raising questions about the state-backed Citizens Insurance and if this insurer of last resort could handle something like a hurricane.
He made the comments on CNBC this week. Over the past year, Citizens has been dropping policies and pushing customers to private companies amidst a federal investigation into whether the insurer has enough money in the bank to withstand future disasters. A local insurance agent says with the policy shedding program, he thinks Citizens for right now has a good financial plan.
Citizens is right now still at a net gain, which means they're taking in more than they're being able to put out by the assumption process. But the assumption process seems to be going very well with the latest round of assumptions.
The CEO of Citizens Insurance told us the company will always be able to pay claims with $4.5 billion in cash on hand, but he does want Citizens to shrink back to that true insurer of last resort.
There is a bill moving through committees in Tallahassee that would allow surplus line insurance companies to start making takeout offers to Citizens customers who have second, maybe even vacation homes. After last year's legislative session, some homeowners, well, they felt forced out of Citizens and ended up paying more.
Surplus companies are different. Here is one explanation.
When we say excess and surplus, that refers to companies that are domiciled and headquartered outside of the United States. The example I always like to use is Lloyd's of London. Most folks have heard of Lloyd's of London. Since they're headquartered and domiciled in England, they're considered excess and surplus lines. We often refer to our excess and surplus companies as the folks that insure what other people won't.
Well, this could affect about 50,000 homes.
Yeah, the reach big here. Industry experts say it's also a clear indication of how badly Citizens wants to shed policies in the state.
Okay, we'll be right back.
WPSL 1590, the talk of the Treasure Coast, and WSTU 1450, Martin County's heritage station, part of the WPTV News Network. This is WPTV News Channel 5, today on 5.
Starting off with temperatures in the 60s, plus tracking a little bit of fog on the fog tracker.
Also this morning, we are hearing from the family of a teenager killed in a dirt bike crash about how he's being remembered.
As the PGA begins its Florida swing, some familiar names are ready to tee off at the Cognizant Classic today, including two former champs. looking to reclaim that title.
We all just be jealous of Mike Trim from his assignment this morning. It's a beautiful morning out there. Look where he is.
I know, Mike. We were talking here in-house about the weather, but I mean, you can kind of give us firsthand knowledge of what you're feeling out there.
Hey, and listen, and everyone at home, if this was a week ago, like I would have had a coat on, it would have been kind of cold. It is beautiful out here already before sunrise. And just looking at the greens and the field crews, like we're going to talk all about it, including how a certain quarterback for a certain South Florida NFL football team was tearing up the course yesterday. That's coming up in a few minutes. But beautiful weather. Let's keep talking about that.
Okay, certain quarterback from a certain team. There's your tease. All right, thanks, Mike. We'll check back in with you.
He's rocking the short sleeves this morning, Jennifer.
I know, no need for a jacket. It's comfortable out there, although we're still seeing very few upper 50s. That's in Vero Beach, Fort Pierce at 58 degrees in both spots, 60 in Belle Glade. So inland temperatures also cooling down to those low 60s, 61 in Okeechobee. But closer to the coast, if you're in West Palm Beach, Boynton Beach, and Boca, you're in the upper 60s. Then about the low to mid 60s across Stewart, Indiantown, and Jupiter. Now, there is some fog out there, but it looks like it's improving somewhat. But, you know, fog could develop really quickly again, and then it could dissipate really quickly, too. Very hard to pinpoint and forecast fog, but we do know that it's been impacting so far throughout the early start of this morning areas of Vero Beach and I-95, and then down into northern Palm Beach County out near Lake Okeechobee. It looks like an improvement there as the fog may have drifted away or dissipated, and even Okeechobee with now visibility of 4 miles. It was at 1 mile just earlier. Temperatures this afternoon reaching 80 degrees in West Palm Beach. And with that, we're going to see a lot of cloud cover, kind of like what we did see yesterday. There's a beautiful photo taken by Dorothy Bass in Delray Beach, our First Alert weather spotter. I'll have more on the forecast coming up.
Okay, we were watching a crash earlier, 95 northbound through Palm City. That is clear, so you're good to go. I know some of you are going to be heading out shortly, so you're either going to or from the Treasure Coast. Maybe you're in Palm Beach County heading into Broward, that Deerfield Beach area. All roads are clear. 95 and the Turnpike are accident-free.
The time right now is 5:32, and this morning we are learning more about a deadly dirt bike crash in western Lake Worth. Our Brianna Nesbral is live right outside Park Vista Community High School. We understand one of the teenagers involved, Bree, was a student there.
Yeah, the 18-year-old killed Daniel Lopez Munavar. He was a senior here at Park Vista. I do want to mention the principal sent an email to families yesterday saying grief counselors will be available for all students and staff today. Now, PBSO says the two teens were riding their dirt bikes in an old, non-functioning golf course in western Lake Worth on Tuesday around 5 p.m. when they crashed, hitting each other head on. Deputies say because of the grass and the vegetation in the area, they didn't see each other until it was too late. Now, they do say both of the teens were wearing their helmets when they were thrown off the dirt bikes, but this is just another reminder of the importance of safety.
When I hear about tragedies like this, it just reawakens a need for more safety protocols and more areas that allow people to enjoy a passion that they have.
All right, Bree. And police say that 14-year-old was rushed to Delray Medical Center where he did undergo emergency surgery, and he remains in serious condition. I'm sorry, Ashley, for cutting you off.
No, don't apologize. Bree, we also heard from that 18-year-old's family recently. How are they remembering their son?
Well, right now they're asking for prayers from the community. That's the biggest thing. Of course, this is extremely hard for them to go through this and mourn the loss of their son. They spoke to our Joel Lopez last night. They didn't feel comfortable going on camera, but they described their son, Danny, as the life of the party, a great student, a great human, just very funny. They said he was actually part of the wrestling team at Park Vista, even competed in regionals. He had big dreams of becoming a firefighter, and now he leaves behind his parents and his two sisters.
Yeah, it's really nice to hear some of those attributes, but heartbreaking at the same time to think about, his whole life ahead and those dreams. Brianna, thank you.
Why Stewart? And that's the question many people, maybe you have, after Brightline picked the city for its new Treasure Coast train station. Victor Jorges joining us in studio this morning. Victor, do we know, a lot of elements here, but what that deciding factor was?
Yeah, well, I can tell you some of the city officials there that honestly put pretty simply, it's more money equals more riders for Brightline. That's what we heard from Stuart Vice Mayor Campbell Rich. That's how he sees it. He says the difference in income could have played a role in the decision that Brightline made in picking his city. Now, according to U.S. Census data, Martin County's median income is more than $77,000. St. Lucy's, on the other hand, is $66,000. Higher income could translate to more future riders. Now, the city also points to data showing Martin County attracts 5.5 million visitors a year. The city of Fort Pierce, again, on the other hand, clocks in at around 1.2 million annually. But like many people in Stuart celebrating this new project, the vice mayor says their city's charm will bring in a lot of riders.
We know that a